I think about. I just randomly was thinking as a funny joke. Like, imagine being a Spy X Family fan.
Sid, what the fuck?
Circle Sparkle was that? Was that an eagle?
I think it was.
No. I mean, the American bald eagle, they make them sound like that. That's technically not what they sound like. That's what you hear in movies or the red-tailed hawk.
I thought for a second, like, Millie, your cat, had gone up to the microphone and was like screaming.
I thought you got stabbed. What the fuck? 3, 2, 1. I'm so rusty. Welcome to the Operation STRIX podcast. I am your host, The Crow. Joining me today is Roski Draftsman. Roski Draftsman.
Hello.
Cool Blu-rays. Hello.
Hello.
Dancing Pineapples.
Hello.
And Sid.
Hey.
Hey,
What's
guys.
up, baby? Oh.
It's been 84 years since we've done our last podcast.
I've aged so much.
A lot has happened in the 3 months since we had our last podcast.
3 months?
When was the last?
Wasn't
when
it?
was the
It was
last
like 2.5,
chapter?
wasn't it?
I thought it was a month.
When was
Oh,
the
it was
last
like-
one?
It was 2 months ago.
It was
About,
2
just
months.
about.
God.
The last
Okay.
chapter, 107, came out October 27th.
Oh my
We
God.
were very,
Oh
we
my
were very
God.
2
different
months.
people and country and stuff then.
Oh my god!
The hope in our eyes.
I
That
wasn't gonna
is
say it.
has-
I wasn't gonna say it.
No, that is
Well,
literally
that's
2 months.
Us, except for Roski, he's just vibing. He doesn't have to worry about shit.
That's the beauty
No,
of the country
no,
we
no,
live in,
you-
is political
I
freedom and
just do
freedom of
not
speech,
dump
so.
my worries onto you guys, but there's bullshit on my side of it.
We have so many worries, but you know what? Our worries do not
Anime
compare
keeps
to
me
Melinda's.
sane. Anime keeps me sane.
It keeps us
Keeps
going.
me
yeah.
sane.
If only Melinda had anime in the 60s, because
Oh.
They do. They have Bondman.
through it,
Yeah,
right? They
isn't
do have
Bondman technically
Bondman.
an anime?
Bondman.
You could say.
Do you think Melinda
It's
watches
anime within
Bondman?
it.
No.
Oh,
No, she should.
She probably watches like Berlin in Love or something, you know, like a lot of soap opera. Or maybe
She needs a special
What would
interest.
she be into if there was a TV show like a ghost?
She
hunting
probably
show or
watches
something?
like, you know how they have like
Mythbusters.
Long Island Medium? She probably watches like
Oh.
Austania Medium.
Ostania
she will
Medium.
probably
Okay, yeah.
like Uri Geller or something like that.
Oh,
Yeah.
you mean like those shows where they have
David
like they
Copperfield?
have those like psychics
Yeah.
come on
Yeah.
and do tell
Oh,
fortunes
yeah.
and stuff?
Chris
Yeah,
Angel,
that
Mind
makes
Freak?
sense.
Says
I,
what?
I think I
Anybody
remember
that?
someone said like Dan to Dan AU for Melinda or something.
David Blaine's Street Magic? No, I'm sorry.
Oh my god!
Pulling that one out from
that just took me back.
the Stone Age.
No,
Anyway,
I mean,
I'm seeing his like
it's
big eyes in my mind right now.
okay. I don't know about the English translation, but it's funny like, because in the Spanish translation, Melinda, when she mentions that she's into occult stuff, she also mentions UFO things. So, oh
She
my gosh.
does?
Yeah.
yeah. Well, yeah, she
UFOs.
did in this one too.
Well, she did it in English too.
Yeah.
The fact that telepathy was italicized
I
and
mean,
bolded.
it was like, pay attention
Uh,
to this.
All right.
Hablo
So
español.
we're already all over the place. Let me bring it in. Let me bring it back.
We're rusty as fuck.
We're so rusty and we're so pent up from not speaking for like 2 months. Especially me. I haven't been around. I've been dead,
We
dying,
kind of forgot how to
all of
podcast.
such.
I
so-
know. I kept checking in on you. I was like, Crow, you're not getting back to me, dude. Did you die or something?
Yeah.
I only
I
got
was
one
actually
message.
I've been
worried.
sad. Where did Crow go? I finally watched what do you call that anime? It's
I
just
saw
like
Bed and
a season.
Breakfast?
whatever the bed and breakfast.
Yeah, I
Did you like
finally
it?
watched that. Yes, I did.
Oh, I loved it. There's a
It's very
season 2
good.
coming out.
I don't know
I
when
saw
it's coming, but I figured
7
I'd
years
watch it.
after the first one. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Didn't, Blue Exorcist is now in its 5th season, which
Oh
blows my
yeah,
mind.
yeah. I didn't finish that
Oh.
one. Damn.
Yeah.
I need to finish.
I
Hasn't
heard
that
that the
anime-
newer
hasn't that manga finished
season
yet?
has not been as good as the old ones.
No.
Blue Exorcist?
Yeah.
I don't think.
Wait,
pulled
guys,
a
we need
D
to
grade,
get
man,
back
it's
to the
still
we need to
going.
get back to the series this podcast is about.
Yeah,
No,
you're right.
We
Okay,
haven't
yeah.
talked to each other
I
forever.
want to
I'm
talk about
bringing it back.
Candyman.
Everyone shut up. All right. So, chapter 108, guys. We're here to talk about the continuation
Oh.
of Melinda, meaning Yor and Anya. And apparently Melinda is, we kind of already assumed that she was like, she volunteered for the divination, like all that stuff, like the tarot reading or whatever. We just weren't sure, like, the circumstances of why. And it kind of boiled down to what I thought it was going to be, where she was just like, she's like into it, but she just did it to like volunteer, but she couldn't let other people know that she volunteered. So of course she's wearing the mask because she's Melinda Desmond.
I feel justified that I know that all the stuff she wears, like the subtle things that she likes the occult, like the earrings and
Yeah.
Oh,
jewelry
yeah,
that she
yeah.
wears. I'm like, I know she's like into it. She has to be.
So it's not
Yeah,
a
there
Desmond
was,
eye. It's like
so
an
there was a-
Illuminati.
Oh yeah,
The
it's just
interesting
the
thing is there was a hint
Illuminati
about
eye or
this, like,
something like that. Well,
way back about
Yeah.
Melinda like being into, I don't know, was it
Oh,
Satanism
yeah,
or
in the-
something?
In
tabloid?
the Patriot Ladies chapter at the festival thing,
Yes.
where those
That was like-
newspaper rumors.
Oh
Yeah,
But I
like,
think
all
it
that,
being
that
like
was
a
cool.
witch.
That tiny little
Oh.
detail
Yeah,
was
I think
all
that's
the way
what-
back there. Like that's when Endo probably had it planned out and stuff.
Yeah, he was like, he's in the newspapers. It said that like Melinda was like a Satanist or like a
Yes,
devilist or
yes.
something.
Oh.
Which honestly, maybe it's not that far off from the truth anymore.
Yeah, I mean,
Oh.
it doesn't sound like
Hmm.
she's into exactly Satanism, but it's definitely like connected to like, kind of lumped in there. It's like the
It's-
satanic
it's
panic
occultism.
in America.
I'm
Which
sure
isn't
in
the
the
same.
times that they're in right now, especially like in our history, I'm sure people that were into like, tarot reading and all that kind of occultism, they probably see that as like the devil.
Yeah, no,
Um,
for sure.
I
I mean,
mean,
you know,
it
you
was
kind of
when
look
it
like
started
you're
to proliferate.
crazy. Yeah.
It was when it started to proliferate in cultural awareness and started
Oh,
like if we're talking like
this is-
this
yeah.
series is like in the mid 70s because there's disco. This was just after Rosemary's Baby and The Exorcist came out, so things like the Ouija board were already like very widespread
It was-
and started to be demonized. So, and there was also the
Yeah.
failed
Well, that's
exorcism
when
of Annelise Michel and okay, I probably am gonna get a little too much into the weeds of it, but
we've activated
it was a
Broski's
significant
horror
moment
senses.
for cultural awareness of Satanism and how was it occultism in general.
Well,
So-
I mean, within the context of the story, that the backdrop is essentially, East Germany during that time, and you can already see that, like, even single women by themselves are suspicious as hell. So throw in the fact that they like tarot reading and like occulted aliens and stuff like that. Already, that's like a double whammy on that. So of course, people were going to like assume that, like, oh, is she a spy? Is she doing something she's not supposed to be doing? It's not a good look. So of course she'd want to keep it under wraps. But yeah, I just find it really weird and interesting that this is the route that Endo is taking Melinda. Because I was like, I mean, now that you point out the clues from before, then yeah, it makes sense. But still, it's like not something that I wouldn't assume that he would go into like occult stuff. But I guess it makes sense because, all right, we already got spies, we've got an assassin, we've got a telepath. So
We've
now
got
we're gonna
Arnold
get
Crowley.
into it.
We got Arnold Crowley. I
We
was
do
just
have
about
Arnold
to say.
Crowley. We've got 2 Arnold Crowleys, don't we?
Yeah.
We've got the kid, and then we've got the other divination dude that we didn't even see.
Oh
Yeah.
yes, the really
Yeah.
expensive famous one.
I mean,
So, like, I don't
what
know if
if
that's, like,
he's
junior
like
or
the what if he's the actual father of the other Crowley or something like that?
I would love to see that. I want to see,
Yeah.
especially if him and Anya are in the same class next semester. Like, do we get to see an Arnold Crowley, like the senior or
Yeah,
whatever?
so we were getting full into occultism this manga too. So
Yeah.
we
Dan's
so
coming, baby.
yeah, between that, the urban
Are there gonna be
legend
actual
files, we are
aliens?
getting a
They
lot
work
of
together,
Occultism again.
right?
Anya's an alien. She's from the moon.
Oh my god, Moon Princess Anya theory comes
Moon
back
Princess
full circle.
Anya, full circle.
I mean,
where's my
considering the-
tinfoil hat, Pines?
Yeah, considering the entire
I mean-
Moonshell fiasco with the actual Aleister Crowley, we are gonna get something with the moon. But I mean, we're already getting something with the moon, and Melinda is wearing.
I find it funny that they actually re-released Moon Princess. Well, I call it Moon Princess, like Kaguya Moon Princess, or
It is called. It's called like Blade of the Moon Princess.
yeah, they re-released it for Endo, and that
Yeah.
was recently too. So I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
breadcrumbs,
finish it.
Endo.
I saw it in Books a Million
I love
months
the art.
ago.
I just haven't
Hmm.
read it. It looks good.
Eh,
I would
eh,
catch up
it-
on it. But anyway,
it's
uh,
a little different.
yeah, like most of this chapter was okay. Did anybody go through the trouble of looking through what Cannibal had said about the tarot cards? Because I know that she was looking into it. I just did not.
Cannibal did.
Let me see.
I didn't have the mental capacity to read.
I'm gonna be
through it
honest.
all. I'm
I'm
sorry.
like really traumatized about tarot cards
Yeah.
post Tokyo Ghoul because the brain rot about tarot cards that would happen every chapter was like crazy. So I'm like, I can't do this again. I'm done.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna read this verbatim. Cannibal did a little digging into what the tarot cards meant. So just really quickly. So in the panel, it's a reverse 4 of Cups. There's a reverse 3 of Swords, a reverse 10 of Pentacles, a reverse Death, upright 3 of Wands, an upright Star, and an upright Ace of Cups. That all sounds like Chinese to me, but from what Cannibal had said, it's okay. The cups represent, or the reversed cups represent, choosing happiness, awareness, acceptance. The swords represent recovery, forgiveness, and moving on. The pentacles represent fleeting success, lack of stability, lack of resources. The death represents fear of change, holding on, and stagnation. Upright wands looking ahead, expansion, growth. The star represents hope, faith, and rejuvenation. And then the cups represent spirituality, intuition, and new feelings. So make of that what you will.
I don't have much in depth to go into it because I'm like, Melinda seems like an amateur, so it's just like,
No, but yeah, the thing with tarot is that supposedly the cards that you draw are effectively an accurate read.
Yeah, she just doesn't know how to read them.
The issue is to interpret the cards in question. Technically, those cards are already telling you something, but you just need someone to read it, and Melinda is just not experienced enough. Because, oh my god, she threw a minor arcana in the mix. Well, she threw minor arcana in the mix, so she doesn't know what to do because it's not one of the 21 that everyone knows.
Yeah, I'd assume that's like the cups and the swords.
No, yeah, the cups and the swords. The cup, the pentacles, the wands, and the swords. Because tarot cards are actually used for normal games too. You can actually play blackjack and other stuff with tarot cards.
what?
Yeah.
You
Blackjack?
activated Sin's almonds.
No, yeah, you can play card games. I have
Well,
played
yeah,
card
it's
games
the
with tarot.
swords. Yeah,
With
it's like
tarot
spades
before,
and
so the
Bro.
tarot cards are very close to the modern Spanish deck. So yeah,
So like the minor arcana is the pentacles, like you said, the sword, all that. The major arcana, if any of you have played Persona, it's like the emperor, empress, the chariot.
yeah,
like
it's the
all
fool,
that
the
stuff.
emperor, empress,
Mm.
dead, the hanged man,
the world.
the pope, the empress, the emperor, the world, I mean, basically the whole package of stands in JoJo's.
It's very interesting, and like I think this might be like a bulk of what Endo's research was when he went to London. Just like
So he
Yeah.
went to make research on on Aleister Crowley, and
I wouldn't be
occultism and stuff.
surprised.
That
I
would be
assume-
the funny.
Yeah, I would assume that's like a lot of work just trying to figure out the turrets and stuff. Like that would take me 4 weeks, that's for sure. So-
I mean, you don't need to go to London to do that. Like that is, there's resources in
Business trip.
Business
Um,
trip.
Tax
Okay.
write-off.
Tax write-off.
I mean, yeah, sure, but
Hot
you
girl
don't need
summer.
to do that to learn about tarot reading and. Well, I guess if you are actually making some research on the actual historical figure, it makes sense to go to England.
Hell yeah.
I mean, it must have been fun for him. Well, to be fair, he did also say that the world of Spike's family was like loosely based on European cities like London, like Germany, So
Yeah.
it's kind of like an amalgamation kind of thing. So maybe that was
Oh
like
yeah,
half. He wants to enjoy the atmosphere, get some more ideas for.
no, yeah.
This
I
is
mean,
Hot girl Europe
like
summer.
I said, it wouldn't
Yeah.
make sense if if the bulk of his research was about occultism. If the research involved like getting architectural references or historical references,
No, I'm sure part of
Stuff
that
that-
was.
Yeah.
yeah,
I'm not saying it was
I'm-
all occult, but
It's still
I'm-
pretty interesting he made the time to go out there and
That's-
see this one weird obscure guy. I don't know how obscure
Wait, which-
Alistair or is
Well,
it
he's
Aleister
well
Crowley is
known,
not
but-
so
He's
obscure
well
at
known?
all, guys.
Okay.
It's like
I don't
he-
know. I don't know
he's-
him, so I'm gonna
Like-
call him obscure. I'm
No,
sure all the
he's not
Alistair Crowley
obscure.
fans
He
are gonna come
actually
after me
talked
for
to
that.
important historical figures. He actually has
Oh,
his
neat.
house preserved. He there's characters in fucking Pokemon that are named after him.
Oh,
Like he is
Which
not
one?
obscure at all. He's like
Talking about
Nostradamus.
abracadabra?
Oh.
I
He's
didn't
like-
realize I was in the presence of Crowley's #1 fan.
No, I'm
just-
just actually kind of a little
I'm just
knowledgeable
joking.
about
Broski's
the
our
occult.
resident occult guy, so he's
Yeah,
of course
that's
he's
true.
excited about this. And also, I just love the idea of him. I just love the idea of Endo going to Shihei and be like, "Hey, so I really need to do some research. Like, I need to go like across Europe. Trust me, it's all for business. It's gonna be about 4 weeks though.
No.
I'm gonna need you to foot the bill for me." And he's like, "Ah,
No, for Tista, Endo and Lin went to New York and they literally went to a shooting range so Endo could like look at guns.
Oh my
And
god!
they did shoot
What?
guns.
that's
But
fine."
yeah,
Wow.
That is
that is
That's
no,
really
no,
awesome.
Endo is about that in-depth research.
I mean, I've seen that in that is a very common to do for mangaka when it comes to guns because gun laws in Japan are very restrictive. So if you want to write about
You
guns,
gotta go to
have
good old
You
America.
gotta go to America.
America.
thing with in Ghost in the Shell. I have seen that happening with Shinichiro Watanabe for Cowboy Bebop.
I think the other interest, I don't know, I feel like Endo's like spent this 2 months really contemplating where he wanted to take Spy Family next.
Yeah.
Because
Which is
I feel
yeah.
like after the Martha Henry arc, I think we were all kind of like, okay, where the fuck is he going with this? But I think
Yeah.
we're back on track now for something.
he's definitely steering it in like I said, in a direction that I didn't think was now it's just kind of threw a curveball into everything because the occult stuff is one thing, but then now we're getting more in depth into Melinda's way of thinking, and we see now that she is definitely more on the side of wanting to be a mother towards Damien, and it's not like 50-50. I would say it's more like 90% she wants to be a mom to Damien, but it's that 10% that's Donovan. And when
Mhm.
we flip over, like, that actually legitimately scared me when
That was a jump scare for
Yeah.
real.
it's just his fucking
Just suddenly
eyes
those eyes are in your face.
Yeah,
You're like, oh
like,
god.
oh yeah.
literally
Let's
came at
squint
me.
let's squint out the audience. They're gonna love
Yeah.
it.
The
Yeah.
fear that she like that panel of her looking complete like shit
terror.
terrified.
Yeah, and
Like, oh my god,
like what happened? Like that's
what
the
caused
number one
that?
question right now. What is going on?
Yeah.
Like, has he hit her? Like that's only a look. There's only two looks, or not. There's only two reasons I could see that look. It's just one, he's hit her, or two, he is just like so oppressive that like any little thing out of line and he just like goes off. Like maybe
Yeah,
that's
Yeah, 'cause
why
she's
we've
like-
seen him like.
She
Go ahead,
mentions
Sue.
like, no, I don't dare go against him and his wishes. I'm like, what the
Yeah.
what? He's like, what
Yeah.
would he do? Man,
Yeah,
it
and
makes me think of how like every time she sees Yor, she's probably like a shining light to her, and she always like grabs her hands. It's like, is
Oh
it
my
like a
God.
call for help when she does that?
oh god,
Your Linda stock
Yeah.
up.
god, yes, and
Oof.
it's interesting that he's something that you had said, Roski, makes me think. It's like going back to what the press was talking about Melinda, like all these like nasty rumors about her and stuff, and okay, working under the assumption that Melinda is a victim in this, like that just double drives home like the control aspect of Desmond is that yeah, nobody would believe her. Like, who's going to take her word over Donovan Desmond? Like, if she were to go out and say something or something like that, he literally has the country in the palm of his hand. Like, even if they did believe her, nobody's going to do anything about it. You know what I mean? So, like, she really would feel trapped in that situation of just being like, I am literally stuck in this marriage. I cannot leave. All I can do is
Yeah.
hide or, like, preoccupy myself by doing all these things. That's why she's with the club all the time doing all this stuff. She doesn't want to be home.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention another detail about that movie. There's a one point, like spoilers for the Invisible Man from 2020, but I don't think many people here care. At some point, the protagonist, I'm forgetting the names right now, goes to talk with her sister to try to rekindle their relationship and also like have someone to support her. And she's the only person around her that might believe this woman. Then the motherfucker comes, kills her, and makes it look like it was the protagonist. So the entire relationship is also having her loved ones as bargaining chips.
Yeah.
Where does that put Damien?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And it would be even more, well, it is more messed up in this sense because Damien is all about, he loves his father and like he loves him more than Melinda at this point because, I mean, he sees Donovan in this much better light, whereas he thinks his mom is avoiding him because she doesn't like him or whatever. So there you go. Like Damien is on Donovan's side on top of all of this. So like, you know, that just makes it even harder for her to get closer to her own son.
No, yeah.
And of course, I'm just like spitballing here. I don't know for sure.
No, yeah, we're just taking a guess in the dark, but it will be particularly fucked up if part of the resentment she has for Damien, like Melinda, is partially because she cannot connect to him. She's not gonna be believed by him over her own father's word. It's not like he could do much if he actually became properly aware of the depths of how dangerous the man is. And he doesn't even know that he may be a bargaining chip on controlling her own mother.
I have something to say though.
Say it.
It's been eating at me though. It's like, I know like a lot of us are like super sus of Melinda, which I'm like, that's still like a little tiny bit in the back of my mind. But the more that we get into I see her more as a victim.
Yeah. I think we can discard the whole Melinda as like a secret evil villain because so far they have not been portraying her as that way at all.
Juicy.
People have been seeing her as this like as this crazy Satanist lady, and I feel like that's the opposite.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, when your husband is like the villain of the story, you have to assume like, oh, she might be like him, but finding out that she isn't actually like him, and she's as much as a victim as anyone else around him, like that sucks as well.
Let me go back. Well, okay, for all those listeners who have jumped ahead because I cut out all of the previous content from the past 5 minutes, we are moving on, talking about the actual we go back after the whole bit with Melinda and stuff, and the kids. The kids are playing with the Ouija board.
I know.
Who gave the kids a Ouija board?
What they're
Because
putting
in
tear
the
gas
beer
on it.
garden.
Because they are toys.
God, nobody
they
cared.
were-
No parents.
They're gonna
cared
summon
back in
the
day.
spirits.
Guys,
I know
guys,
they're
guys,
toys,
guys.
Roski, but it's still
No.
fucked up.
No, but remember that people did not think about them as satanic before The Exorcist came out. Like, they were actually used for dates. Like, people are like, oh, you should invite your girl to a date where you two play the Ouija board. It was seen as that before The Exorcist came out. Like,
I don't know, because even before then it was seen as a cult. I mean, you look at Harry Houdini and stuff, and like his whole thing was going around debunking that kind of crap. So like spiritualism and stuff was always around since the 20s.
no, yeah, but spiritualism in America was actually not seen as harmful. Like, some people even thought it was complementary to Christianity. After
But this is like a pseudo Europe /
even
weird.
even weirder because
place.
they would not think of the Ouija board as nothing but a toy for kids. So,
Well, they're stupid. That's how you invite the devil.
Ghosts and spirits.
Yeah. Well, okay. Wait. Hold on. Didn't. Wait. Okay. Hold on. We just had a whole bit about Damien getting possessed by the ancient king of the civilization, and now he's playing with the Ouija board. Where's Endo going with this? Is the
Endo
Desmond
is
family
doing
just
something.
like? Yeah. Are they
Is
just
Damien
like?
gonna become Danny Phantom?
Is he
I
the
mean, he's
next
called
Dan
Damien.
Is this over?
Damien Dan.
Is he-
Oh my god, it's happening.
Is he the next Okaru?
No, somebody took his balls.
Poor Damien's gotta get his balls back. His
Also,
family
what was that,
jewels back.
Roski?
have you guys watched The
What
Omen?
was that, Roski?
I mean, you have watched The Omen with me. I was tripping balls
For-
when we watched it, but you watched The Omen with me, and the Antichrist is called Damien
Oh.
in that movie. So
You're right. Oh
Christ.
god, it's happening. Oh god, wow. Okay, hold on a second.
Someone save
Shit.
these kids.
How
the
is it
fuck?
that we've gone from like we've gone from all right spy thriller to like okay now we're talking about the possibility of aliens on the moon, and now we're talking about the devil or Damien possibly getting possessed by spirits. What the fuck is this goddamn manga?
This chapter opened a can of worms.
It literally has,
really
and like
did.
the more we talking about, the more I'm just like, what the fuck is going
and we
on?
haven't even
You
talked
know
about
those-
Enough about the legends of Eden Academy. Are we gonna get back into that with actual ghosts being?
I would
real in
hope so.
Sparks Family?
I really hope so,
I
honestly.
want some supernatural stuff, like just subtle.
I mean, if
Since
Anya can have
Anya's-
mind reading powers,
I know,
we
that's
can
what
have a
I'm
little bit
saying.
of ghosties. We
Right.
can have a treat.
Guys, this has secretly
I
been a
guess.
supernatural thriller the whole
Oh,
time.
Yeah.
God, don't throw that at me. Don't. No. I've been expecting aliens and moon princesses for the past, like, 4 years. And now you're going to tell me that it was really a ghost story the whole time.
No, but
Yeah.
wait, wasn't
Suddenly-
like one of the latest Donovan episodes was where the kids went to the school and took it a Ouija board?
Oh
And they were
yeah.
gonna mess with it in the dark school. What if the Eden kids took the Ouija board to school
I
and
can see
summoned
that.
some
Yeah.
I can
spirits?
see that.
Oh my
I
God.
actually.
What if Endo just
No.
wrote this in the past, like, 7 days and was just like, that's a
Oh,
good
yeah.
idea, and then just, like, wrote the entire chapter?
No one
I
stopped him.
actually went.
Oh my God.
I'm
Nobody
actually
could stop
wondering
me.
because
Yeah, no one stopped
Um,
him in time before they printed it.
at some point in time where we might even see Count Saint-Germain, because occult stuff. What the hell am I talking about?
When was he alive? He was like the 1800s, right?
Well,
Maybe
Saint-Germain,
1700s,
it was 1700s.
1700s, 1800s.
Yeah.
1700s, he actually knew
Wow.
Voltaire and all of the philosophers from the Enlightenment. Saint-Germain was actually a big deal. Like, he was involved with the whole aristocracy of Europe, and nobody knew his actual real fucking name. That is...
the guy.
Yeah,
You know what? Fuck it.
But-
We're probably gonna get Rasputin. When fucking.
Rasputin, lover of
Rasputin Queen.
Senpai, where are you? We miss you.
I wanted to ask, by the way, does anyone have any like thoughts about Anya's little mask? Like
I was
the-
about to say that.
the
What?
leaf
Oh,
tape?
yeah, it's a
I
ram.
thought someone said that was based off of something.
It's a ram. Like
It is a
Like,
ram.
is it based off
You
like?
mean
It
like
has
the
a-
devils?
It
Like
has
the
a third
Satanism?
eye. It has a third eye.
It reminds me of
does.
like the spirit animal from Princess Mononoke.
Baphomet.
Yeah, it's the
Look,
devil.
Pan-
Pan,
Baphomet.
Pan's Labyrinth.
Yeah. What's
Baph-
that?
oh,
What's
fuck,
that
we
witch
have-
movie?
Which one?
There's so many
The
witch.
Witch?
movies,
I mean, there's
don't
literally a
know.
movie
Yeah.
called The Witch.
I think it's like the witch. Isn't there the goat or the ram or something in that one?
Yeah, the devil is usually portrayed as like a man with a goat's head, ram's head.
Oh, I know it's going full
yeah.
circle, guys. I think everything is adding up now. I don't know where the math is going, but something is adding up.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff in
Math
this
is
one that came out of
mathing.
nowhere.
I also like the humor. I like the humor in this chapter too.
Like,
I know. I love how silly
Yours, the Grim Reaper.
Endo draws everyone.
Oh shit!
Rah, rah. It's like-
Oh yeah, she was like mimicking the weird noises Damien was making. That was pretty funny.
rah. Oh yeah,
Grog!
it's so
Grog,
weird.
grog.
Seeing Damien's big ass ear when he was listening in
What
on
kind
the
of
girls' conversation.
That was such a funny way to show him listening.
He's like, I'm interested.
I can't wait for the anime to animate that ear just like growing or something, you know.
I need to.
2026.
I need to. What kind of festival did they say this was? I'm looking back.
God, did
it's a
they even
winter
say what this
festival.
was?
It's been 2 months. I don't remember.
Carnival.
It was like it was something have to do with
It's
Oh,
the
guys.
annual Winter Sheep Festival.
yeah.
Oh, that
I thought,
explains
it
the mask,
mentioned
yeah.
like ram or sheep in it.
It's
It's
the
still
sheep mask.
weird though. It's still weird. Like it's vaguely satanic. Like it's got a third eye.
Vaguely?
Oh,
I don't think
oh.
it's vaguely anymore.
Yeah, I mean,
wait, hold on,
was
hold on.
wasn't
What?
Wait, do you guys know about that big like wooden or not like this hay sheep in Sweden that
No.
they put out for every holiday like every year and people try to like light it on fire?
No.
I know vaguely of what you're talking about, but I only kind of know it a little bit from the context of A Midsummer.
Oh my
But,
god.
Oh,
but one of the
yeah.
panels, but one of the panels has them lighting something on fire.
Where?
Oh,
And
yeah,
it made me
like-
think of it.
Oh yeah. This
Which
is-
panel?
Interesting.
It's the one
So, I
after
guess
like
they're-
Loid was clank. Like
Interesting. So they're kind of doing like a almost like cultural festival sort of thing. Like maybe is sheep like
it's the
their
Sweden
national-
goat. It's the Sweden
maybe
goat.
Maybe sheep is like Ostania's national animal symbol or something.
Oh my god, holy shit, you're right. They are literally burning some kind of like effigy in the background of this carnival fair.
What the fuck? What the
Oh.
Wait,
fuck?
wait.
That's not even.
What?
It's not even a goat. It's literally a Burning Man. Like
It's the Wicker Man.
Cross. I don't know. Stick figure.
Summer is
And with the flute.
coming in.
And there's
No,
like
that
Oh,
made me think of
big
this. Look at the goat. It's the
Oh,
Godly goat, or what do we call it?
Oh,
You see this goat here? But, like you're not. They don't actually
Hey,
intentionally burn it. People just like to fuck around and try to like ram into it and also like set it on fire and stuff every
Yeah.
year. You can look up the list in that wiki page and see if it survived the year you were born.
oh my god, this is so weird. Like
Is this based off of that? In a
It's
way,
very
Like that
European.
Swedish shield goat?
Wicker Man.
God, that's
Ram.
crazy. That Uncle Endo just put in a tiny little.
I can't believe I noticed that while we were going through this podcast. I'm like, what
I
the
would
fuck? That
never
thing's
have
on
noticed
fire.
that. You've never said
Yeah.
anything, Sid. I swear to God.
What were you saying,
What's that
Pines?
mean?
I was gonna say, because also like when on like Guy Fawkes Day in England,
Uh-huh.
they burn an effigy too.
I did not know.
Yep.
That makes
It's
sense. Okay.
it's an ancient
Okay.
Celtic tradition to burn things in order to get
I
to
think
thank people for
things
the
are getting
thank the gods for the
spooky.
Things are
Oh.
getting spooky.
Like around Christmas time too. That's crazy.
Yep.
Oh, so
Yep, they
effigy
do.
burning, like a ritual that involves publicly hanging or burning a large doll that resembles someone or something?
Yeah, well, that's Guy Fawkes.
It's Donovan,
Yeah.
isn't it?
It is a theatrical form of political protest that has been used.
No,
in
it's also like,
contexts.
guys, you should watch The Wicker Man. Okay, at this point, I'm just recommending horror movies
But they
because
do
they
it
are
to mark
burning
the
it
change
to the
of
fucking
seasons,
topic,
though.
and I don't know how to handle that. Like,
Yeah.
how are the kind of movies I like somehow pertinent to this fucking chapter?
I
Why
mean,
is
it's
nothing?
clear from Endo's body of works that he's a horror fan, Roski. I think like
Yeah, it's
you
so
and him have a
weird.
lot in common, as it turns out. 'Cause
Like,
he
he
likes
really...
slipping in some references here and there. Like, what the fuck? The burning.
Okay,
That's like the tiniest little detail, and I'm not going to be able to ever stop thinking about the fact that Austania likes burning effigies at their winter sheep festival every year. What the fuck?
I want to
Hilarious.
know what they're burning.
Why are they burning
there's
it? Like, what is
Look
this
at this,
symbolizing?
there's like a crowd there too. They're like
It's probably-
Yeah,
watching.
I know.
it's
And it's just
probably-
casually on a hill with, you know, the pretty Ferris wheel and the cute tents. It's like, what the fuck? Like,
Well,
what the
they do
fuck?
that for like the to mark the change of seasons, since it's a winter festival. I guess that's.
I mean, I get that makes sense. It's just, it seems like kind of a, like, that seems like a almost violent kind of tradition in some cultures I know.
Well, it's just...
I don't know.
It's just
Like
so
Burning
out
Man
of
and
place.
shit.
That's my
It
thing.
is
It's
out
so
of place.
Just
I
all of a
think-
sudden there's
I
something
would
being
understand this
burned.
if this was like a Halloween thing, but this is a Christmas thing.
No, burning is also seen like not in like a bad way. Burning is seen as like, you know, like reincarnation, rebirth, the start of something new. Not to go High School Musical here.
Yeah, it's just... No, I get it. I understand that. It's just like... That coupled with everything else is weird. It's just
Yeah,
like... And he stuffed it all in one chapter. It wasn't like strung out over like a few chapters. It was like, boom, here is all of this occultism all at once. And I'm just like...
Occultism, paganism, but
What is going through that man's mind? Like, how much does he have scoped out for this series?
Is this why
I
he's-
don't
he
know,
was sick?
but
Is this why he was sick the past 2
no, I'm
months?
actually enjoying.
Did he curse
myself.
himself?
I don't know.
Eh,
I mean,
I like the...
has he played Nigels? Then he's.
I like the
if
theorizing.
not, then
I
he's.
like...
But
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well...
I'm having a blast here. With and you know what is the funniest part? We haven't even talked about the elephant in the room in this chapter.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
at the
let's
very
get
end,
to
you
it.
mean?
Let's get to the
How
important
did
part.
that? I was not expecting that. I'm like, what? Are we actually like making progress with
Is
Plan
Loid
C?
actually being a psychiatrist? What?
I know, yeah, like
It's like
actually
he-
using that fake psychiatry.
It was
degree or
mentioned that he
whatever.
wanted the reason that he went into psychiatry was so he would be able to get connections with higher up like politicians and stuff.
Yeah.
And the fact that it's actually happening because of your wife, Loid, you need to kiss your wife.
Yeah, you need to kiss your
Period.
wife Loid,
Yeah.
for the mission.
He,
Also,
He-
you need to have a
he
baby
needs to.
for the
Do you think
mission.
he would
Period.
know? Do you think he would figure
Period.
out that Yor was the one that recommended her to come see him? Do you think?
Probably, yeah.
He probably would be
probably
smart
told
enough to
him.
figure that out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
I mean,
like Loitering
she-
knows that Yor and Melinda are acquainted, like quite a few times now.
So yeah, I'm. Oh my god, this is gonna be. This could go so.
So she
many
wouldn't just
different
randomly
ways.
show up.
Yeah, she has to.
I feel like
schedule
Lloyd
and
might
all of that.
would figure
I mean,
out
she's
that
in
it was
disguise.
Yor that gave her a pointer to go see him.
Yeah.
Because like why else would she just show up randomly to see this random psychiatrist?
Yeah.
It's because Yor recommended
Ah.
him, of course. So
Yeah,
he's
and
probably
Yor
gonna be
would-
like
Yor
big
would-
brain.
Yeah. Yor would tell him.
yeah.
I guess he wouldn't know like when it would happen, but yeah. Damn. So we're gonna get a very juicy chapter next update for sure. I mean, if
Or
any,
Lloyd.
Eden.
Meloid,
if
Milady.
anything else, it's gonna be that we're at least gonna see what is going on in Melinda's head.
Yeah, we are finally seeing how.
What?
I mean, this is gonna be a really interesting encounter because it's gonna reveal a little of both Melinda, by proxy Donovan most likely,
And
and Lloyd because
yeah.
he's actually not. Well, I mean, he's progressing, but not in his element. Like it's weird. Ugh.
Yeah, he's been a real shitty spy, huh? He don't know nothing.
Could have told you that.
I'm just like
Yeah,
really interested
but
on
yeah.
how this will transpire next chapter. I'm like pretty
Yeah,
pumped because I'm like I've been
it's-
wanting
it's-
something like this.
Yeah.
More with Melinda.
I
and
didn't
stuff.
know,
and then also like
I
more
wanted
progress
it,
of
but
the mission.
now
I guess.
I'm signing the fuck
Yes. Yeah. Well, it's been. I mean, we talked about it many times before. We're at chapter 108. It's been 5 years. Actually, a little bit more than that at this point. And it's like,
Yeah.
all right,
Hey.
we're only 108 chapters in, and we have no meaningful progress. We got a little bit of progress. Okay, we've got Stella Stars.
Oh, yeah.
We've just recently had Damien and Anya actually become solid friends. So, like, okay,
Loid
now we need
interacted
to
with
know.
Donovan once.
We've seen Donovan like maybe 3 times, and we barely know anything about him. I'm like, he's the main antagonist. Come on, and especially the way you've been hyping him up these past couple of chapters. Like, we need to see something like now. So
We are finally.
I
getting
think we're
something.
actually going to get it. Finally.
Can you imagine Loid finding out that like Melinda's like absolutely terrified of her husband? Can you imagine?
I mean,
I
he's
think
probably
he
gonna be able
knows.
to pick up on it, like once he talks to her, and like you
It's
know,
like, what kind of
Yeah.
juicy things are we gonna get from this interaction? I'm like,
it's probably gonna be
Oh,
mostly
yeah, it's
Lloyd
gonna-
having to pick
I
up
mean,
on
it's
like her
gonna
body
be.
language, her tone, more than what maybe she'll actually directly tell him, like for this first meeting, because you know, like when you're doing something like this, if you're growing up in a culture or society where like it's you know it's not a good idea to spill your family secrets, especially in
Yeah.
her position, like that's gonna be really hard for her to probably do. So the best
Yeah.
Lloyd's gonna be able to get is like, I need to read her facial expressions and see if I can understand her body language mostly, which he probably will anyway.
Yeah.
Oh.
You know, and Melinda will, you know, will share what she can, but I can't
Damn.
imagine she'd be able to be super scandalous about it. But I don't know.
No,
Maybe
no.
she'd feel more comfortable because you know he's a fake doctor, so the Hippocratic oath and shit.
I just can't
Hypocrite.
believe
Oh,
that
yeah.
she took yours
Hypocrite.
recommendation and it's
Oh, I
just
mean the
going
Hippocratic
for it.
Oath.
Oh, I'm
Lloyd.
surprised too. Yeah.
I mean,
I guess
Yeah,
Melinda's
that
just
will be
really that
funny.
desperate to like find a way to stand up to, you know, Donovan and do better by her son.
I'm like, she's such a like
Yeah.
pretty important figure, so it's just like shocking that this is happening.
Yeah.
I just wonder, like,
hmm.
you know, she's probably kept this all to herself pretty much, so it's like she's
I
gonna
think Jeeves
talk to
knows.
this guy about it. She
Jeeves
has no
knows.
idea that he's a spy.
She,
Oh
yeah,
my
Jeeves
God.
No, but-
probably knows. I
No,
mean,
but no, but
he's probably heard or
no,
seen
but there's
things.
something. No, but there's something that actually
He's
got
probably her
revealed
side
in this
piece.
chapter, and that is that
No.
Melinda
not
doesn't
going
fully
there, damn
trust
it.
Jeeves. No, that Melinda doesn't fully trust Jeeves.
No, I don't think that's.
No, yeah.
I feel like
like,
she would.
do you mean
You know, she
Damien,
would
my
let him be
son?
with her son
boy?
if that was the case.
no, but it's like no, but she's afraid that
She'd have to
if
trust him to an
Jeeves
extent because
or
why
her,
else would she be
he's
with
gonna
her
tell
son?
Donovan.
No.
Like
he hasn't
she
told. He hasn't done
she mentions
Donovan
that if
shit.
she
No, I don't think Jeeves is that like giving Donovan intel like that about, you know, Damien or
If
Melinda
anything-
or anything.
Yeah, if anything, when she was like, damn it, Jeeves, like, it was more of just like, really? You're gonna do this to me? Like, it's not like I hate you. It was just kind of like, bro,
Yeah.
really,
No, but
seriously,
it- no, but
fucking
it's
it
like
up for
she's
me.
She's like,
Like,
why
it's
did you
like
do
she-
this?
she-
Why did you take him there?
ah!
It's kind of like being mad at your husband for doing something
Yeah.
against your wishes.
Yeah.
oh
But it's like,
Side
did you
piece.
notice that her comment? She said, "I hate hospitals. That antiseptic smell," which I thought
Yeah.
was interesting. I'm like,
yeah,
I
that
mean, a lot
is.
of people
just-
hate that.
I mean, yeah.
Hospitals are horrible.
I can't smell, so I have no.
No,
frame of
yeah,
reference.
like
But what about that
Good
comment
for
that
you.
Anya also made, where it just seems there's like little tiny things that I'm just like,
Oh, this
this
feeling.
feeling.
I think I felt it
felt
before.
it before. That yeah. I'm like, what
yeah.
do you mean by that, little child? What do you mean
Wait,
by
Okay,
that,
I
little
I
baby?
took it in like 2 different ways. The first way was, you know, like the idea of fear. I was like, oh, maybe she's like thinking about being in like the labs and being experimented on. But then my other thing was like, what if she's felt Melinda's fear before. Like she met Melinda before, is what I'm saying.
Did
In the lab.
Well, she
I'm going
read
back
her-
to the Melinda as a scientist lab.
Well, she read her mind once already.
Yeah. So
I
maybe
can't
she's just
recall if-
talking about that confused mix of I love
Or maybe
my
it
son,
relates to maybe
I
the
also
one
want
of the
to
past
be
families
like,
she's been
whoa.
in? Question mark.
Maybe. I don't know. It's unclear as to like in what context she was saying that.
Yeah. But
Also, I gotta say
just
that
took it
also
as,
like Anya saying
"Oh,
your mom
I
loves you
felt
too
this."
was also very sweet.
So sweet.
She's just
Anya
a
tries.
baby. Believe me, I know.
I like just the dead faces. Like, no, I hate your son.
I'm like, yeah, that's what I mean. The comedy is just like the little things put in. I'm like, he bullies me. I hate him.
The eyes.
And then yours just like, oh my god, why would you say this?
I mean, why would
great chapter. 10 out of 10. Definitely needed.
Also,
this.
the inclusion of like Loid thinking about his childhood friends by hanging
Yeah,
out
that was
with.
fucked up. That was really
I
fucked
was like,
up.
what the fuck?
Yep.
You gotta hit me with that trauma again, like briefly. Come on, dude.
I mean, Endo just stopped the break.
Has he found
for the
friends?
man.
New friends?
That's like you're gonna get a shitload of occultism, some trauma, and let me see.
Trauma.
Oh yeah, actual progress.
Trauma.
I want Loid to make friends too. That makes me feel hopeful.
He was schmoozing.
He was
Schmoozing with the
click-clacking.
guys.
I mean,
Clack,
he was
yeah.
clacking and got clacked out, which is
He sure was.
I want Mr. Black Belt to be the annoying friend who like takes Loid out because now they're friends now, and so he's like, "Hey, Mr. Forger, come out, let's go fishing," and he's just like,
Go fishing.
I'm busy," and he's like, "Oh no, we're going fishing," and it just like forces him to spend the day with him.
that
guy. We're best
That would
pals
be-
now because our daughters are best pals now, and he's like,
Oh, that would actually be so cute.
Okay, Black Bell and Forger date nights.
That would be awesome.
Stratego.
I would actually love
I want
that.
Yor to be friends with Becky's mom, actually.
Me too.
I
Other
know,
moms.
they're
Yeah.
such cuties.
They're hot wives.
They are.
Give
Hot
to
wife
me.
summer. Yeah.
we're winter, so. Oh, look at that.
Oh, also another funny thing was like the fact that Becky's her reading was they told her that she shouldn't go for older men.
I love that.
I mean,
damn.
at
That guy's
at
good.
That, point,
That guy's real good.
No, yeah. At that point,
God.
it was probably an adult going like, "Girl, come on!" But oh,
I also
That
love when she said that if I get invited to his house, everything will be great, and Damien gets mad, and then Becky's like, she never said anything that was gonna be your house. She's like, I don't gonna understand why you're upset unless you're already thinking about it. She's just like, bah!
I know, that was such a shoujo moment. I love that.
Becky is the best.
She's a wing woman, man. I love her.
Wise
wing
beyond
girl.
girls.
Also, Damien's friends. They're also still being like talking about Yor.
Mhm.
Must be great to have a mom who's so nice. All my mom does is yell at people. So his mom's a Karen.
Oh, boys.
His mama Karen.
Mama Karen.
Yeah.
I mean, have you seen their
Did they
haircuts?
ever-
My mom does is yell at people.
No,
Love it.
seriously,
Great
have you seen
chapter.
their haircuts?
Thank God.
So,
Who? Whose haircut?
who? Ewan and
Yeah,
Emil's. Like, have you seen their haircuts? It only makes sense. The kind of odors they have.
Oh. Yeah. I mean, they're
The
just
bowl cut
distinguished little
kills me.
gentlemen. They get their little
I just can't
bowl
believe
cut.
that the bowl cut is seen as like a rich kid look
Yeah.
at Eden, and I'm like,
Or like a
my
fry.
dad. I looking back at a lot of his pictures growing up, he literally had the bowl cut. Like my grandma literally would take a bowl,
Yep.
and just cut it, and it looks so bad.
That's why they call it a bowl cut. Yep.
Yeah,
I
I'm just
wanted
like,
to point out that
rich kids.
we got like a drop for another kind of like well, this isn't like a current country, but Damien, when he was with the Ouija board, he said that their next history test will be on the snag civilization.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the civilization they went to before, with the giant plant. Who
Yeah.
knows?
That's what they implied. Like, we're gonna
we-
get that stela for sure now. So yeah, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
we need something about the Japanese original for how they call this thing, because it's probably a pun they had to translate.
Probably. I want it
True.
to be a recurring gag in the future of Damien just getting possessed by various spirits. Like, it doesn't do anything for the story.
This is
It's just
foreshadowing.
like, yeah, it's like, Damien got possessed by the founder of Eden. Oh god.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
What crazy shit is he gonna say this time?
Why are we asking for our children to be continually possessed?
For the comedy, it's a gag.
It's not like I'm not used to it. I watched Gravity Falls. I know there's messed up. I've seen some messed up shit with children.
Yeah, but the
I got
children
you
are
some
pretty
teeth.
bodily harmed.
Oh yeah, deer teeth for you, kid.
Yeah,
Oh
literally
my
seeing like a child get possessed by a demon. That is something that I've seen.
Typical shit.
We've
Kid
seen
shit.
that like multiple times now. Well, through fan art and like like the bad end friend thing from cartoons. You know about that? No,
Oh.
no one.
No.
No.
Oh, okay. It was just like well, back in the day when like Gravity Falls had first come out, like there was a whole Bill possessing Dipper thing, and at the same time there was also a use of Wart from Over the Garden Wall getting possessed by the Beast, and then Finn from Adventure
Oh.
Time being like Ice Finn, so that's where it
Yes.
kind of first originated from
Oh.
and everything. And then they kind of they kind of brought it back when there was Owl House and Amphibia later down the line.
So they just possess
They just
children.
love kids
No one
getting
cares about
possessed.
this. It's fine.
No, yeah.
I appreciate
mean,
it though, Blue.
I mean,
I like
see,
fandom culture stuff like that. It's funny, They love their AUs. They can't help it.
Yeah.
I love AUs too.
Bring out the Tumblr art.
I don't need AUs to see possessed children, so. Okay, that came out wrong, but.
And that's where we ended for today.
Wait. Did we talk about Loid looking at the Butler guys and remembering his old friends? Did we talk about
Yes.
Except that was
Okay.
fucked up.
That gutted
that? Oh,
me.
I might have stepped out. That's why. But yeah.
That gutted me.
Fuck
And
it.
also, like, that little moment between Lloyd and Anya was very sweet, too. That smile of his was very sweet. Is he finally, is there some cooking going on?
Maybe.
There never is
I mean,
enough cooking. It's like Endo lights the match and then blows it out immediately.
I mean,
Likes
at
the
least,
tease.
at least he's not going full Rumiko Takahashi, so we are still gonna see progress. I hope.
I hope so. Maybe in the next chapter. Well, in
I
the
mean,
meantime,
next year.
Next year, next year, yeah.
Technically,
Yeah.
December.
Yeah.
Not December. January 5th.
January 5th.
Yeah, that's the day I have to go back to
Another
work.
year.
Hopefully by then I already watched.
Oh yeah, by the time this comes out, it'll probably be Christmas. So Merry Christmas, everybody, and even if
Merry
you don't
Christmas.
Christmas.
Merry
Celebrate.
Merry
Chrysler.
Crisis.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
And a happy New Year because we'll
Happy
be coming
Yule.
back after New Year's. So happy New Year. May it be a better one than this year because God Almighty, I hope it is.
Oh fuck.
Hug your family members. Enjoy the 2 weeks off. Well, up till next chapter. I mean, I've got a week off, so I hope y'all do too. But yay!
Yay!
I don't.
I'm sorry. I'm not getting paid for it, but I got a week off.
Aw.
Anyway, we're gonna go ahead and call it there for today, guys. Like I said, next chapter 2 weeks. Hope y'all have a wonderful holiday. And we'll see you all again next year. So thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. And yeah, we'll see you all again next year. Like I said, bye.
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 Bye.